Good afternoon from Nibiru, Ireland. Today is Saturday. Welcome on board the Ark, and hope everybody is keeping well right around the world. Just took a week off. Decided I'd take 7 days off. Firstly, I had a lot of work coming up. I wanted to take a back seat. I wanted to have a look at what's going on, what I'm doing. Am I getting a good message across? Is it all a waste of time? The first couple of days I decided that I won't do anything. I'll just observe exactly what's going on with the weather. Now, I spoke to a couple of elderly people during the week, this week, and I asked them, I said, yesterday I picked up people from Houston Station, Americans actually going back today to America. They were on holidays in Kerry, and they're both in their 80s, and they come over to Ireland every year to go down to Dingle, and they stay in a little cottage, and they love the old-fashioned way of life down there compared to America. They said to me the weather is crazy. One of them is a gardener, should I say, and she says to me, there's about 6 weeks, everything is about 6 weeks behind at the moment in America. The gardeners, they're all saying that in America, 6 weeks behind because of all the crazy weather. Last Sunday, we had 31 degrees in Dublin. Okay, a 5:15, in and around that time. And the weather was beautiful. The next day was a bank holiday. Last Monday, bank holiday Monday. It went down to 24 degrees on the Monday. The next day, on Tuesday, it went down to 14 degrees. Okay, this is all in between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. On the Wednesday, it went down to 6 degrees on Wednesday. With Thursday, which was probably cold as well, that was 6 degrees at night time, 11:30, freezing cold. Yesterday we had hail. And brutal weather all day yesterday. Today it's 11 degrees. It's about 2 p.m. We're coming up towards 2 p.m. now. Whatever time the video goes out is another story. So, my apologies if anybody's been sending me emails. I took a back seat for a week. Okay, I had too much work on as well. And in the business that I'm in, it's busy. And I'm self-employed, everybody. So, I have to go where the work is and when it happens. And unfortunately, little old Nibiru, Ireland has to take a back seat from time to time. So anyway, look, I'm back again, and I will be back again, and I'll be back tomorrow, yeah, and I'll be back the day after that, and I'll be back the day after that. This week, we've watched every day on TV3 News in Ireland, the last story of the day for some reason. I actually rang them up and asked them why were they showing the volcano getting bigger and bigger by the day, more eruptions by the day, and it could crack and blow properly at any time. So I rang up the television station and I asked them, and they wouldn't put me through to the people I wanted to speak to. You know, then this week I listened to anyone that watches a programme in the UK called EastEnders. Peggy Mitchell, one of the lead characters for years, now has the husband just come out and told everybody publicly that she's suffering from Alzheimer's, and she's in the worst stage of it at the moment, that she's been keeping a low profile for the last couple of years. So, you know, they just came out and said it on ITV, on the television station, on This Morning the other day, that Peggy Mitchell has been diagnosed with the second term blah 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 Alzheimer's. Okay, and that's all about it, right? No more about it. So I rang up the Alzheimer's Association in Dublin, and then I rang up the Dementia Association down in County Cork, and I spoke to the two people down there. Very interested when I started speaking about chemtrails and how all these people just get dementia and Alzheimer's. And I have to thank the girl, Claire her name is, that I spoke to in Cork in the office down there that deals with dementia, and told me that there is a bigger influx of more people coming in. That's another main city down in Ireland called County Cork. Okay, it's bigger in size than Dublin. Less people down there, but they've a big thing called an airport and planes flying over them. Now, who's ringing me now? This is what I'm talking about every time I do a video. I'll be back to you in a second. That phone hasn't rang in about 3 hours. And every time I do a video, it's getting to the stage now where it's becoming a joke. And I hope everybody is listening to this, because it's just crazy. You know, I'm actually starting to write these people's names down and putting them together and trying to work out, did they come down from a mothership or something like that? You know, this whole artificial intelligence thing, or is it just me being paranoid, which I probably am, as usual? The thing is, it's happening too many times. Too many people interrupting me at the most important little things that I do. Does that make sense? It's a little bit like, you know, when you're in the toilet and you're having your little moments sitting on the toilet, and then the phone rings, or, you know, just at the most important parts of, you know what I'm talking about? Sorry if you're eating your dinner, but I just want to explain to you, that's what it's like. Anyway, the news this week. What else happened in the news this week? Oh yeah, our friend Donald in America is going to get the Nobel Peace Prize now, by the looks of it, for North Korea. You know? Now, forgive me if I'm mistaken here, but was World War III not starting a few months ago with the same two now? Now they're best of friends. Now the Iranians now are becoming the watch the news every day, you'll hear the word Iran being mentioned on a regular basis now. So feed the humans the word Iran, because they grew up with that as kids, and they grew up with the word or the name Iraq. So plant that into the humans, put that into their, hang on a second, you have to lodge that and take it out on a little floppy disk and slap it in there into the human's mouth. You know, let them compute that for a minute. Iran, get the Iran. We have Russia, that's embedded into their brain as well. We've learned them that in school. We didn't do the chemtrails, no, so they're not up on that. The aluminium, they know that aluminum, they know what that is from their windows, from their hall doors, from their, yeah, they know all that. So they understand that that's part of the house, okay? But the aluminum that's coming out the back of the planes, that's creating all the diseases that I'm talking about, no, they're not up on that. So I'm here to try and hurry up the process a little bit. Does that make sense? That I'm not just here putting suntan lotion on my face and going out to get a suntan and get the radiation to pump out my face that much that in a couple of months' time from doing it, I'll probably get sun cancer. Oh, there it is again, the C word. Don't mention the C word. And me a big condolences to the families of all the Irish people that have been diagnosed with cancer, that were passed, that went to get their checkup, service check. Yeah, goo. Stick it into Google about all the Irish women that have been diagnosed with cancer that were told they didn't have it. Yeah. Guess who stepped down the head of the health service yesterday? And he didn't want to step down. He should be put up against the wall, and someone should put a grenade in his mouth. Yeah, and get a little 10-year-old to go over and say, "Excuse me, is it okay if I pull the pin out of that grenade?" He won't be able to say yes or no, because his head will be nailed to that cross. And the little 10-year-old will pull out the pin and walk away, and it'll be like a big spectacular CGI effect of him getting blown up, right? I'm nearly going to go on record and go one better than that. That asshole Mr. Harris, that is the minister in the government, okay, that put him in control of the health service in the first place, that stepped down yesterday. My God, you should be ashamed of yourself, okay? The leader of the health service, yeah, the leader of health. This fella looks like they're only after taking a nappy, or whatever you call it, one of them babies' nappies off his arse, yeah, and put a suit on him and told him, now you're the Minister for Health. That's right, you're the Minister for Health. Just every time you're asked the question, just say, I don't know. Because that's the book. When you get into the government, they hand you this little small piece of paper, and that's it. That's the rule book. And it has 3 words on it. I don't know. That covers everything. Okay? So in the meantime, the reason why I do my videos all the time is because I'm not a politician, because they're a pack of assholes, if you ask me. Okay? Couldn't give a shit about them. Okay? They control everything that's to do with AI. They, remember, it's the AI companies that moved into Ireland. Yeah. But we were all told, the little gobshite humans, that, oh, they're only here because of the corporate tax. 10% corporate tax. The Americans can't match that. Yeah. Funny how Ireland can give them all. It's 12.5% now. As I keep on telling everybody, how can Ireland do that while the rest of Europe, what are they all meant to sit there with their arms folded, looking at little old Ireland becoming the European capital of the world? Does that make sense? So today might be chemtrails and tomorrow might be something else. Right? We'll try and tie everything into our little videos that we do. Okay? And that's why I take a few days off if I had to go to work. Because the postman, see the postman when he comes to the door, he's Monday to Friday, that postman. And you know when he you know the brown envelope that comes in the door, you know the worst one that everyone sort of doesn't open, or it goes underneath the carpet or down the back of the sofa, you know that one? Yeah, well, there's a part of the year I get the brown ones because I'm self-employed, and I don't like the brown ones. Does that make sense? Nobody likes the brown ones. So sometimes little old Nibiru Ireland has to be put on hold while I come back into I have to live in the shit world as well, which is called reality. And as much as we can look up at the chemtrails all day, the chemtrails don't pay the mortgage. In the meantime, see us.